Yes. What is good? What is great? It's your boy Phil. Man, it's been a while since I said that. And yes, we are back. I was just saying we are back. Yeah, just want to ask how you been doing, barbecue. Like I said, it's been a while. It's how's life been going? Man, yeah, man, just been good. Just working. Continuously to learn my career field. Just trying to elevate. Trying to get back out here. Not in the streets, but in the I don't know what the word would be, but wanna trying to do that. But yeah, other than that, just been good, man. Can't complain.
All right, there we go. Now that my microphone is actually recording, what I was going to say was, we can't ask KV because he unfortunately isn't here day one, and he already bails on us. I mean,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. But yeah,
By the way, speaking of KV, I don't know if he posted it yet, but just some little self promotion for him. If he didn't, be expecting a few weeks ago. Now he had a boxing match. I was actually the referee. It was pretty entertaining to say the least. Very entertaining content. Both both fighters surprised me in some ways, but very entertaining to watch. So if he hasn't, I don't think he has. So be looking out for any type of short. I think his YouTube channel, his Instagram page. So just look out for that.
yeah, definitely. I think it's Kid Vicious on YouTube.
Yeah, I believe so.
Either Kid Vicious or Vicious Promotions. He changes it up a lot. Um, but yeah, obviously, very proud of him. Um, but yeah, good job to him. I know he had a fight. I think it was supposed to be like later this month, but something happened with that. I can't. I don't want to go into too much specific detail just because he's not here and I don't have his permission. Um, but yeah. We don't have too much today. Not, I mean, we got a few stuff in the sports world, but sports for the most part are kind of calming down, except football. Football is starting to ramp up. Um, I think last time we spoke, the draft just happened, I believe. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so not much in the football world as of yet. But we got some hockey to talk about. We got some basketball to talk about. Um, New NCAA game that came out, or it's technically coming out tomorrow, but early access. Um, we got and a few other things here and there. We do have a new segment, but before we get into that, tomorrow we have a stacked show. Lots happening tomorrow. I don't know if we'll be able to get it all in one episode. We might have to split it off into two just because there's so many. Um, so yeah, and we have to be off by you said 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, right? All
Yeah.
right. So yeah, we'll see about that. What happens with that tomorrow? Because we have like 10 plus uh topics for tomorrow. So first of all, let's get into this new kind of segment we're doing. Really, you want to take over?
Yes. So, like Barbecue said, we have a new segment coming. So, like I know a lot of you guys love the Versus series, Mount Rushmore series, and we're still going to be having that. But instead of having one every single week, everyone is going to kind of have their own thing to bring in, and the segment is going to be called "What's on Your Mind for this week." So basically, each of us have a thing that's on our mind this week. It could be trivia. It could be a well unknown fact that none of us knew. It could be a hot take. It could be a Mount Rushmore. It could be a versus. It could be advice. What do you guys think? It's just whatever's on your mind for this week. Obviously, for the sports show, it'll be what's on your mind for this week, sports related. For the fun show, it'll be what's on your mind. Whatever related, everything appropriate, of course. Gotta tell KB that. But yeah, just new segment, something to bring into season two. See how it goes and see how y'all like it. See how it rolls with us.
Yeah. So you wanna do? You said you have a trivia for us today.
Yes, I do. I'm still, but I think I found it. Okay, so barbecue, Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I have a trivia today for you, and it is going to be: can you guess these all-time stat leaders for your team? So starting off with passing yards. Who is the all-time passing yards leader in Pittsburgh Steelers history? Yeah, oh, my bad. And you get three guesses each category. One, you get three guesses, two hints. We'll give you two hints.
All right. So passing. You said passing, so it has to be QB, right?
Yes.
All right. So I want to say Ben.
Hmm.
So you said I got three. Choose three.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No cheating, by the way. Say
Yeah,
that.
I'm just looking up a list of Steelers QBs real quick. Um, Ben, Terry, Bradshaw, and Neil O'Donnell.
So I should clarify. So you pick one player, but you get three strikes. Is why.
Oh, all right, all right.
Yeah. So who do you think is number one? That's my bad. Who do you
Ben,
think is number one?
Ben.
That is correct. Ben Roethlisberger is the all-time Steelers passing leader by a whole lot, 64,088 career passing yards. The next closest is Terry Bradshaw with 27,000. So you see, that's a big difference. Different eras they played into, and that's a big difference. I would do who's the leader of all-time passing touchdowns, but obviously Big Ben runs away with that too. He
Yeah.
has 418. Bradshaw has 212. But next category is rushing. Who is the Steelers' all-time rushing leader? Like I said, you get three strikes. You only have to guess who's number one.
So it would have to be a running back, right?
Yeah.
Ooh. Jerome Bettis?
That's a good guess, but that's not the right answer. Right one.
Not the bus. Ah,
Remember, you got two hints to use if you want them.
give me a hint.
All right. This player, I don't want to use this fact yet. All right. This player is known for one of the most famous plays in Steelers history, and really football history.
Oh, what's his? No, is he a running back? Franco Harris.
Steelers legend. Yes.
I didn't know.
Franco Harris
I
with
would have said
11.
him, but I
Yeah.
didn't know he was running back. I thought he was. I thought he was another position.
Nah, he was a running back. Some people have him listed as a fullback also. I mean, kind of similar thing. And if he did play fullback, he has to be the most fullback with carries ever because I mean he got carries like a running back. But he does lead with 11,950 career total yards. The second closest is Jerome Bettis with 10,571. So like I said, that was a great first guess. Next is going to be receiving. So, who is the Steelers' all-time leading receiver in yards? I said three strikes, two hints if you want.
Antonio Brown.
Another great guess, but he is not it. Surprisingly, he's not it because I would have said the same thing.
He would have. He if he didn't go crazy, he would have definitely squashed that record.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not Juju.
I don't know.
Heinz Ward.
Yes, that is the correct answer. Heinz Ward with 12,083 career receiving yards. Again, Antonio Brown was number two with 11,207 career receiving yards. That's not, you're not over there cheating, are you,
No, no,
barbecue?
no, no. I promise. I can show you my search history. I'm just looking up names because my mind works weird.
And I was going to do a defensive stat, but what I'm on isn't very specific about that. So that is unfortunate. Let me see if I can. Yeah, it's not going to be specific enough. So that is what's on my mind for this week. First little trial run, so you guys and us too got to practice it. See how it could be like I said, trivia's like that. It'd be Mount Rushmore's versus hot takes, you know, high stuff, blind rankings, anything of that sorts, could be is in this segment now. So yep.
I got one thing to add to your trivia. Who is better than what's his name? Miles Garrett
Who is better than Miles Garrett?
by a long shot.
J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt
Close,
is
close.
best.
It's one of the Watt brothers.
Is it?
It's one. I mean, I don't know. It could be.
It's one. It can't be Derek Watt. He played fullback.
No.
That's the only other one I know.
TJ.
They're the same level.
No, 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 no.
They're same level.
No, 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 no. One person hits people in the
You
head
know,
with their own helmet.
honestly, I forgot he even did that. that. That's still crazy. Um, I said, non-biased aside, they're both amazing. I honestly could probably give it to you. I mean, TJ is a little better. They both just kind of play differently. It depends on what you want as well. Miles Garrett, more of kind of old school, hand in the ground, in pass rusher, run stopper type of guy. TJ can play all around the field on the edge, rush the passer, can get interceptions. So it kind of depends on just what you want for your defense and your scheme. Obviously, with you being a Steelers fan, hating the Browns, and TJ being on your team, that makes sense. I don't know why I'm biased towards Miles Garrett, but I love TJ too. TJ is really great. That's why I always say, 50-50 bet. Non-bias aside, I mean, TJ, I would say, is a little better just because I feel he offers more versatility. Even though, yeah, we'll leave it there for now because I can go on. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This will turn into a whole debate. So yeah, let's just stop it there. All right. So since we aren't really doing too much of a basketball, since KV isn't here, I do want to put some in though. So I saw this and I was like, it's gonna be perfect for the show. I don't normally talk much basketball, but this I do know. So it has been announced. Ronnie's uh score or rank, I guess, in NBA or yeah NBA 2K25 has been announced. He is gonna be a 97 overall.
Okay, who is it? Because my internet it's welcome to season two internet always goes out. I missed part of 97. What was the question again though? I'm sorry.
So this is Bronny's rank in NBA 2K25 has been announced to be 97 overall.
That has to be false.
That's what
That has to
sources
be.
tell me.
There's no way.
That's what sources tell me.
I could see I could see 67. I don't nah. I don't know. It's no way that's true. Maybe his dad. Yeah, if that is true, I feel bad for him. That's just even more hate coming his way. But just about Bronny real quick, whether I feel or people feel he deserves to be in the league or not, regardless he's in there, I think it's amazing a father and son playing together. And at this point, I'm rooting for him. I think hating on somebody even more just because of who their dad is and you blaming them for their opportunities and stuff. I don't think that's right either. But 97 overall, if that is true, that's absolutely insane. But I can't say I wouldn't be using him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much gonna say the same thing as you. I mean, like I said back in what was it, February? Uh, he had a disadvantage as soon as he came out of the womb. Let's be honest. He had so much pressure to be a basketball player. Just like Lamar Jackson's kids are gonna have so much pressure to be a football player. And you could say that for any professional sport athlete, no matter how good they are. Uh, if you're a son, daughter of any professional athlete, there's so much pressure for you to go into the league, no matter how good you are.
I agree 100%. 100%, I agree.
All right. It was also announced that Hard Knocks, in-season version of Hard Knocks, will be the whole AFC North. For the first time in Hard Knocks history, they're doing a whole division.
Yeah, I think this is awesome. Hard Knocks has really been doing the thing lately. It sucks because I don't watch it like I used to when I was, and I still love football, but when I was like eat, sleep, and breathe, all I did was football. I loved Hard Knocks. I haven't watched it as much. I know they got the in season thing with all the AFC teams now. That's amazing. That's going to be really entertaining. I know for the first time they have the off-season one going on right now with the New York Giants. That's really cool because you're kind of in the business or how an NFL team runs. You get to see how they go through scouting, how they go through trades, the process of free agency. That's amazing to see. And then going back, Hard Knocks originally used to only be, training camp and stuff. And the fact that they're actually taking you inside the season and seeing how the teams go inside the season, I think that's amazing because all we see as fans is what happens on Sunday. I think it's amazing, exciting to see, the preparation that gets put in when it comes to free agency, training camp, practicing, how much work these guys put in, film and stuff like that. I also love seeing, these players showing that they have a life outside of football. You get to see a lot of them go home to families. A lot of them, have hobbies and different things like that. So Hard Knocks is really doing a great thing. I love it. I wish all sports, or at least I wish all sports honestly has something like this. This is amazing, and especially with a whole division now, that's going to be really, really interesting, entertaining to see.
Yeah, and I love how they're starting off with the best division in the NFL. I mean, it's just really amazing.
Okay.
Um, but no, all jokes aside, I feel like it's a really great opportunity, especially for fans. Like when I first really got into football, I just wanted to eat, sleep, everything Steelers. And as you know, like during off season, there's not much going on. So I went to see if there's any like behind the scenes videos or anything. There are none. So I mean, even though it is in season, you can still watch it off season because I believe it's on Max, um, or it will be on Max. But yeah, I mean, just obviously you don't want to see the Browns or the Ravens or the Bengals. I mean, just the disgusting teams. But everyone wants to watch the Steelers. Um, but yeah, I mean, I just love it. I love the behind the scenes stuff of everything, whether it be uh, going inside the behind the scenes of amusement park, NFL team, film set. I mean, whatever. I'm just really into that. I love the nitty gritty. Show me what happens behind the scenes, stuff like that.
Yeah, and kind of going back to the division, I don't know if I necessarily agree with them being the best division in the NFL, but it's definitely a great year for this division because they all kind of have entertaining storylines. I think the Steelers quarterback situation with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, that's a really cool storyline to kind of deep dive into. I think the Bengals, Joe Burrow coming back from injury, you got T. Higgins trying to get a long-term contract. That's a great storyline. You got the Browns. It's Deshaun Watson finally going to be the quarterback that they paid for. That's the whole thing. And then the Ravens, two-time MVP Lamar Jackson on their team. Can they finally get over the hump and what's their progress and how they go through the season? So it's a really good division to for Hard Knocks to do this with. So like I said, very I don't know, not excited because like I said I don't watch it how I used to, but I definitely am kind of looking forward to it. And I'm definitely gonna be giving it a watch. Should be very entertaining and interesting.
Yeah, 100%. All right. I feel like that's all the football news we have for this week, unless you have something.
I think only thing I have, I think training camp is starting to start back up. So like kind of how barbecue you were saying earlier, this is football is that one sport. I feel like every other sport, their off seasons feels like a month or two, and then we kind of get right back to it. Football really does take a hard, feels like half a year break. It takes forever for us to start slowly getting into it. So training camp, I believe, starting back up. So which means preseason going to start soon. So we're getting back into the football season. Almost time for schedule predictions and things like that. Don't really have too much to say about that about football anymore.
Speaking of football kind of being out for the season, perfect time to release NCAA 25. After what was it, 11 long years? What was it, 2014 or
Yep. Or
13?
was it 13? Yeah, I think it's
13.
13.
So yeah, 11 years. I pre-ordered it. I'm not rich enough to pre-order the deluxe edition, so I didn't get early access. But honestly, I might skip the show tomorrow and just play. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. I won't do that. But yeah, super excited. I watched a little bit, a few streamers here and there play. Um, Caught a few glimpses, not enough to spoil anything. I love the fact that you have to keep your grades up. Kind of puts up a little more realism in there. And I think you said that there's gonna be depending upon how well your character you do as your character in NCAA, it'll transfer to uh, Madden 25 and putting you in the draft and everything. So I feel like that's really cool.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people say don't go with the underdog mode because you're going to be sitting out for like 3 seasons. Um, so I don't know about that, but I mean, I just the hype from this game uh, seems like it met expectations and it was worth the 11-year wait.
Yeah, I completely agree. This barbecue was just saying it's been 11 years. We've been waiting. I knew the day would come again, but it just got so long without the day. Like I didn't expect it to ever come, if that makes sense. Like I knew it was coming, but it was like expecting it. I don't know. So this is huge. Um, like barbecue was saying, I did do the early access one. I definitely wouldn't say rich or anything. I'm blessed right now, so I was able to do it. Um, like I said, not spoiling anything, but I love it so far. The main thing I think they did was capture that atmosphere of college because I'm personally an NFL person over college, but I will always say big time college games are more exciting than NFL games just because of the atmosphere, the band, the fans, the environment. That's what makes college football. And this game, what I've noticed so far and played through, it's done a great job of capturing that atmosphere. It's done great at that. The gameplay at the beginning when they were showing trailers for it, it kind of scared me because it did look similar to Madden. A lot of people were saying it's possible Madden copy and paste. Uh, I, I will say played it for it. But somebody said NCAA throughout the years, we've never played it anyways for gameplay. Like it always has solid gameplay, but we played it because of that atmosphere and the recruiting and everything like that. That's why we played the game. So does a great job of doing that. To your point about the underdog and 5-star stuff, I heard a lot of people, some of my friends were telling me too. They're like, you start off with a 5-star, you're not about that grind, you're not about it. I told them I lived my whole life as a 1-star underdog. So best believe in this game, I'm about to make me a 5 star. If I wanted to live the 1 star underdog story, I would have kept playing football. So I'm good with that. I'm gonna make me a 5 star, and I can always make more characters if I want to. But yeah, I just love the game so far. This is huge. I think it's going to be one of the biggest games this year. I think it's one more that I'm personally excited about. This is definitely one of the biggest games this year, in my opinion.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I haven't played the game. I haven't played any NCAA game. Uh, but I do agree with you. That atmosphere is just something else. Because I went to a Penn State game in fall 2021. I mean, it was like 12 degrees outside. I think some flurries were even coming down, and it was still, it wasn't a fully packed stadium, but it was still a pretty packed stadium. That tells you how dedicated the fans are. Um, Me personally, I'll be doing recruiting to PSU in 2025 school year. Um, but no, really, I I'm really excited to get my hands on this game tomorrow night after the show. Um, I might, if I have time, might even squeeze in a game or two here before the show. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna start my dynasty on Penn State, and then maybe go to Georgia State or Georgia, not Georgia State. Um, and I feel like a lot more people can connect with NCAA just because, like, if you went to that college, you would be like, oh, this is cool. I get to play as one of, like, hey, I knew this guy from college. I get to play as him now, or I get to play for the college that I went to. Experience what it was.
Yeah,
I experienced what it was like to be a fan. Now I get to experience what it's like to be a player. So I feel like
right.
that has an instant advantage over Madden. Because I mean we're all fans of our certain teams except the Browns. But I mean we don't get to, like, some people don't ever get to experience a game. Um, 9 times out of 10, if you go to a college, you go to a football game. I'd say 8 times out of 10. Some people aren't about 9 times out of 10 if you're a football fan. Let's just say that. Um, you go to a football game, get to experience it as a fan, and then you get to sort of experience it as a player in that atmosphere and stuff like that.
Yeah, and kind of real quick going back. Well, I'm not going back, but talking about it. One thing that is cool, kind of you talking about, yeah, you were talking about us connecting to the game more. One thing that's cool is those players being around our age and stuff. It's cool and it does suck at the same time because the previous games I would always play like Road to Glory, for example, being like, yeah, this is how I'm about to be in the future. And now, 11 years later, I'm older than the college freshman in the game, which is insane. But yeah, also even me having a couple high school teammates and people that I play with in Little League, they're in the game. So stuff that's amazing to see now. Stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Going away from football, I can open my phone. So, all right, let's go to NHL. Your NHL 2023-2024 uh, Stanley Cup champions are, you probably already noticed already, but the Florida Panthers won this cup this past year, or this year, taking it partying with it that night, drinking beer out of it, I'm sure. Um, Eating spaghetti out of it, even taking it to the beach. I mean, there's just lots of videos and pictures of Florida celebrating with the cup, and honestly, I'm happy for them. Um, America wins again. If you don't know, the other team was I can't remember. It's some province in Canada. So America wins again. Uh, but yeah, happy for Florida fans and the Florida team.
Yeah, I find it very interesting that the sunny, sunshine beach state of Florida won the ice hockey NHL championship. That's pretty ironic. But yeah, I think another fact, uh, I may be wrong, but I kept seeing it. I'm not sure the dude. I forgot the dude's name, but a player on the Florida Panthers and Jason Tatum, who's a player of the Boston Celtics. They went to high school together, and they both won championships in their respective leagues for their teams. So that's something really. It's like a picture of them on the school bus in a YouTube video together from high school, and then they're both champions in their respective careers in the same sport. So I mean, not same sport in their respective careers in the same year. So that's something that's really cool. Also, just a little fact.
It's pretty cool. All right. I feel like that's it. You have anything else?
Just want to shout out the Olympics that's coming up. The what is this? Not the winter, but are they called the World Olympics? I'm really not sure how it works,
Yeah,
but this
I'm not
is
sure. I think it's just the Olympics because I know
okay.
they have Summer Olympics, Winter Olympics, and then just
Yeah.
the Olympics. I think.
Okay. Yeah, well, this is gonna be my first year actually watching and tuning into the Olympics. I'm for sure watching Team USA in basketball. I'm going to watch wrestling in the Olympics for the first time. I believe I'm not sure women's basketball is playing in the Olympics right now, but gymnastics, see what Simone Biles does. I'm actually going to kind of get invested, check out these other sports that are going on. So, kind of looking forward to that. Of course, supporting USA at the Olympics. So just a little shout out to that.
All right. I don't think we have anything else other than that. So we will see you here right back here tomorrow evening, 6:30 p.m.
Yep.
Eastern time. All right. See ya.